The only thing that you should probably tell your person that you're with is who you had sex with before.
I just realized and I learned that I don't want to know that. I don't give a shit about any of that.
Yeah.
But if I know that you had sex with a person, then my imagination is just so up. It's almost like Tourette's.
What if she's like, I just gave him the gluck gluck?
Please don't tell me that.
Welcome back to Careful Boys. Today we're talking about if you have a new relationship, should you bring up your exes ever?
Wait, what did you say?
When I used to eat a it didn't smell like yours.
Holy shiza.
Because yours is better. See, that's you flip. Oh,
You're so much
I thought we
better.
were doing the real truth at the end.
You do a pregnant pause.
Do a parry and then you attack.
that's the only time you bring up your ex is to compare how you're so much better.
Honestly, that is true. You have that. No, that's a good rule.
Yeah.
Don't even attempt to talk about it without ending with that. You have to end by how they're better, and now it's better now.
Yep.
What if it was neutral? You're just like my ex with that. Oh, you remind me just like my ex. You probably shouldn't say that.
Spitting image.
You look a lot like her.
Yeah.
I think I have a type is what I said.
You gotta be like, oh, so like if they make you some breakfast and you're like, oh, my ex used to make eggs like this, but they're not as good as yours.
Long pause. Gotta milk the.
Yeah, get her pissed, and then you go, but yours is so much better.
Did Nina ever get mad at you for talking about an ex?
Which time? That was the which time look into this.
Probably the early.
Let me go back through my memory of a couple of days ago.
The first few days or something like that.
No, but what does come to mind is because one of my exes is from like the same kind of space, right? So like they all know who each other is, but you know, from afar type stuff. And then I hadn't seen her in a long time. I was with Nina, and then I saw her. I was like, oh my god, it's been a long time. Good to see you. You know, when like they're still your friend, so it's like I really haven't seen you in a long time. And it's like you got a boyfriend now, right? I think you posted something. And then I think I see Nina off to the corner looking like, you know, I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't inquire about that topic.
Dude.
Okay.
But that's like a
90%.
life update, you know what I mean?
It's like asking, you got over me yet? You good?
Hope you're happy. Because you know,
I'm pretty happy.
I don't know if you know Maui. We did ours in Maui.
Okay, yeah, like if I wasn't with Nina, like normally you would ask about the things that you saw in their life updates that they've recently shared. Like, oh, you moved here, or you got this new job, or you bought a house, or whatever. And like, I think I just saw that she had like moved in with her boyfriend in this other state, so I was inquiring about that. And then I saw the look, and I was like, I'm over that topic.
She didn't talk about it with you afterwards, though, right? She was like, hey, back there, what the fuck, Anthony?
Nah,
Anthony.
no, it was like quick and innocent. But maybe she's still thinking about it to this day, like I am.
That was just more awkward for you than anything.
Well, that's pretty good if that's the worst thing you've ever had happen.
I do think the only thing that you should probably tell your person that you're with is who you had sex with before, so that like you can kind of navigate it if you're gonna ever be around that person.
Oh, yeah, if you're gonna be around them.
She'd be like, I fucked her, and then so she'd be like, all right.
Definitely her.
To me, I just realized and I learned that I don't want to know that. I don't care if you tell me how much you were in love with somebody and how many like this and that. This reminds me of, I don't give a shit about any of that. But if I know that you had sex with a person, then my imagination is just so fucked up. It's almost like Tourette's. Like a visualization can just enter my mind.
What if she's like, I just gave him the gluck gluck?
Please don't tell me that.
Hey, just like in the future.
Hey, next time, I just would wish you didn't tell me that.
But she's like, but we didn't call it that then.
Yeah, we called them blowjobs.
Cause I think like early on, I think you know when you're
You
like
never
really
give me the
getting
gluck
to, you know when you're like not in love with somebody and you're like starting to date and then like you know you're adults so that you're having different conversations. It's like you know things like body count like might come into a conversation.
Oh, yeah.
But then you realize that like the problem is at that state in the relationship, that's all fun and games and you're like learning about somebody and it's like a conversation. But then if you fall in love with that person and you like I don't mind knowing body count for example, I just don't want to know who it is.
That's fair.
Dude, you might end up like me. What happened to me? Remember I told you? I was already in love. We were already in a thing. And then I asked body count at the...
It went...
And I didn't think that the number would be so high. And I don't know any of them. So that wouldn't have been the issue, but
What was the number? Do you remember? Was she like 135?
No, the hardest part was not that she ended up by saying 100, which she did. It was the fact that she couldn't calculate it for so long.
She had to do a
She
tally.
had never been asked. So she was just like, I don't know. And I'm like, what? Whoa, don't say you don't know. It sounds like it could be kind of high. Like I was fucking around, you know? And she's like,
no.
Yeah, and she's like,
What do you mean you don't
I
know?
can't even like, she's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm as old as you are. I've been around a long time. I don't know. And I'm like, whoa, okay. So what? Make a range. I started like losing patience about it. And then it literally
You were asking for it,
ended
dude.
with
This is
her going, I don't know, 100?
Ouchies. All my
It was a
ouchies.
broadsword, though.
Were you like, I've only had 3?
This is Nina.
What the fuck?
This is Nina when Anthony's telling
Stop.
her. This is Nina when Anthony's telling her his body count.
Three, two.
That's how I pictured it.
How'd you get that queued up so quick?
We have a.
Funny, dude.
It comes off like.
Cheeks. The G-force is pretty intense. From all the way up here.
You laugh, bitch.
Bravo, man. That was good.
Do not ask.
But I was like, I bet I could find a video of it.
But you know what's funny is that like
Tighten your legs.
body count's like one thing, but all it takes is one person that is in proximity that you know about that you have to see would be also enough to like
Yeah, that's a
bother
bummer.
you know? So 1 or 100, if you have to see that person, that's just as bad.
Yeah.
And then the funnier thing too is like, it's like if you do happen to know, but like for whatever reason, this is the most base level insecure bullshit like beta stuff ever. But like if you look at that dude and that dude's like fucking hot, you're like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Fuck this guy, dude.
Yeah, but then chances are like it evens out when you find out how much he abused her. So
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Oh, abuse? We're gonna fight.
Yeah. That's when the Kinjas rally up, dude. And they wear the mask.
And we go like this: 5, 6,
Get
7,
some
8.
lead pipes.
We don't like the way you said mean things.
We don't like the way you said me things.
Trying to hold on to Joe's choreography.
Dude, that's my favorite thing about the bad music video where Wesley Snipes, they're all dancing at Wesley Snipes and he's like,
Which one do I shoot?
what am I gonna do? This dance is really powerful.
you ain't nothing. Yeah, that's the same reason why I don't. Ever since that ex, I just don't ask anymore.
Don't ask, don't tell.
And the only thing I do ask is that if we're about to see somebody that you have that history with, I would like to know at that point at least.
I have a friend.
I don't want to have someone over for tea that's like, you know.
So I have a friend. He's only had one girlfriend, right? But then he's like, always like, man, the women I've been with. He's like, I've been with so many. He's like, it's just, I feel icky, like so many one-night stands. And I'm like, one-night stands? And I was like, you don't even club or pick up girls. And I was like, you're talking about hookers. And then he was like, yeah, man, no strings attached. And I'm like, that's not a one-night stand.
Does that count? Do you put that in your body count?
Hundreds of girls, but they don't count.
I think you put that in the body count. Yeah, you put it in the body count.
I'm like, they don't count.
Responsibly.
So when you're asking your lady,
They don't count, dude.
include the
They
hookers
count
too.
as two. They count
You
as
put that in the tax receipts.
No, Nina's doing like that, and then she comes back, and then Anthony's like, now we're gonna talk about the hooker.
But the way that he
Tighten your cord, tighten your legs.
he was talking about it like he's such a player and he's so ashamed of all the women that he slayed. And I'm all like, hold the fuck up. I'm like, what women? And then I called him out. I'm like, you're just fucking hookers all day long.
Sick.
You have a message in your inbox.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Come on, dude! Come on! I didn't mean it.
Come on, man.
My mother-in-law watches some of these videos.
How many hookers?
How many hookers? They're all cash transactions, so not really.
There's no ledger, huh?
They're all black market.
Do we believe this? There's a friend of mine who, I think he started telling me like pretty secret details about like that he's been seeing hookers and shit.
Eris?
No, it's not Eris. Yeah, then he started
Secret.
He started telling me about it, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I don't care.
Why are you telling
Whatever.
me?
He's just telling me. No big deal. But then like he ends up with this girl, and then since he knows I know, he's like, hey, just wanted to, I told her everything, so I just wanted to let you know. Do we believe that?
No.
But why?
would he
He's
tell you
setting
that?
himself up for failure.
I
if
think
he's
don't
lying.
even care to choose to believe it or not, but you should still never bring it up or acknowledge or confirm
No,
or
you should be
deny
like,
it.
hey, let's play Never Have I Ever.
My question to that person would be like, why the fuck does it matter if I like know or not? Because you told me, you think I'm gonna tell her?
Well, yeah, it wasn't like, it didn't come out of nowhere. It was just kind of like, yeah, we're at the stage right now. It's been pretty rough. Like, I had to tell her about all the stuff I'd done in the past, and it was a rocky period, but we got through it. Like, kind of I felt like maybe like a 50% chance that it was a damage control,
Yeah.
but I can't be too sure.
I don't know the guy, so it's hard to.
But even like, what does he have to gain by telling you that he told her the truth versus what he has to gain by telling you like, hey, like I'm with this girl and she's having trust issues. Let's never ever bring up the concept of prostitutes and hookers or something.
If you do that to me, I'd be like, okay, green light to bring up the hookers and prostitutes when we're all hanging.
It's literally
It's gonna be
just
my
like
punchline, mostly.
he just added liability.
How many
by
hookers
telling
is
you.
too many?
One of those situations is going to secure it if we stay friends forever. The other one should secure it if we become enemies.
That's a good point.
Omicron, dude.
Like saying that you told her everything, if me believing that's just like, okay, well then I got nothing to hold over your head if we have beef.
Right.
But then at the same time, knowing you as a friend, if I'm your friend, like, and you knew that, I still, if we have beef, I don't think you're going to the girl and being like, hey, by the way, he's sleeping with hookers.
Yeah.
You don't think it's like Elon and Trump, and Elon's like, you're on the Epstein list.
But then like the natural order of how things travel is not me telling her, it's me talking about how much I don't like that person and adding that in on the description of their bio and traveling to her.
Oh shit, dude.
It's that.
But then still saying that, like, hey, I told her everything is adding liability.
I know.
So it doesn't
But
matter.
then it puts it at a heads or tails. Where like I don't know now.
Do you show up at one of his parties with, I have never banged a hooker on the show?
I'm just wondering if that sounds believable to you guys or if it's completely a damage control.
What's your gut feel about this? You
My gut feel is that every other time someone has said that, I never believed them. This time I'm 50-50.
I have friends who sometimes are like, don't tell the girls this or whatever, and I'm like, you make it sound like, I don't know, like now it's kind of weird. Like, don't say that.
It's like different when you actually have a wife too, because it's like, it's not like she's your girlfriend. This is your fucking wife. Of course you're gonna tell her everything.
Wives know everything.
I expect that, like, if I tell anybody in this room something, your wife is gonna know.
Yeah.
It's on me to be fucking stupid.
Yeah. That's true. Because I'm gonna use it to make me look better.
Yeah. I need points, dudes. I'm trying to rack them up.
I'm throwing you guys under the bus constantly.
Oh, you know what the guy said today?
I'm gonna tell Tiff about the controller thing. I'm gonna be, babe, I let you eat whatever.
I just like live and let live. I don't get why Anthony takes it so serious.
Yeah, like I don't even care about this controller. Look, I throw it across the room, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Next time I'm playing video games, I'll be like, at least I'm not beating your ass over it.
Yeah.
That's what makes me laugh though, when people are like
Ryan.
I thought you weren't gonna say anything. It's like, why do you tell people?
Yeah.
Everyone got fucking loose lips. That's just the way humans are.
Yeah, just don't say nothing, I guess.
If you don't want the wives to know, don't tell the husband.
Don't tell anybody. Yeah, the fuck is wrong? Once the wives get a hold of it, it's fucking going everywhere.
Anthony's like, I'm just learning about this new law. This is very troubling. What the fuck?
Anthony's like, there's no bro code? And he's like, there's no bro code?
I might be going to hell, but I swear I'm seeing you guys all there.
I'm taking people with me, bro.
You guys are all going down. Yeah,
Nah, I'm gonna go Valhalla. Fuck you guys.
You won't be accepted with Ace here.
Nah.
I'm going to heaven. I don't know about you guys.
You are going to heaven though.
Nah, dude, you're a bad boy.
Nah, you're 90% after this video, dude. 90%.
Yeah, you're up to 90 now.
It is very
I didn't
guess,
pay for
like,
hookers.
the whole like body count dilemma of like talking about it or not talking about it. It sure is simple when it's like you both kind of don't care that much about it.
Does it gross you guys out at this age of like how many she's fucked?
Hell no.
No, it doesn't because
Is there a number though where you're like, holy shit?
Yeah, if it was like
Yeah, Ryan has
what
one.
happened to me that was because I thought I was
100?
pretty liberal at the time. I was like,
and I know this is considered sexist to many. When guys have sex, we don't get penetrated. I know gays do. Okay, but I'm talking about like we don't get penetrated. Our bodies don't get entered.
Yeah.
We have an Audi.
Yeah.
When girls get penetrated, when girls have sex, they get penetrated. So like 30 dudes versus like 30 dudes that my chick has banged or whatever versus me banging 30 chicks, just feels a hell of a lot different knowing that.
I think it's psychologically. I think it's one of those things where there's a little bit of reality to the fucking. They're like saying like, you know how men are way more like physically cheating. They're like non-negotiable, right?
Yeah.
But women are more like emotional cheating. Fuck no. Right?
That's what what's her name was saying yesterday.
Yeah, and then a guy broke it down, and they said that like there is an actual reason for it because when guys don't know who's their kid, that drives them fucking crazy, right?
yeah.
But for women, it's like I have his heart. That means he's gonna take care of me. So it's a survival thing. And I was like, damn, everything is linked to nature.
yeah. I always felt like the double standard was that as a fucking idiot moron man, you're just going out in the world trying to sell yourself to not that you're like good enough to have sex with. But then women generally just have to pick yes or no most of the time.
Yeah, it's multiple choice.
Yeah, so it's more of like, oh, how many people did you allow? And for me, how many people did I conquer? Which is like unfair.
100%.
Which is unfair to say, I know.
100%.
But that's kind of how it is, though.
society, you know what I mean?
If Tiff told me when we first started dating, she told me her body count was 100, I think I would have done a spit take on her immediately.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I did? You know what I immediately did? She told me while I was on the phone with her while I was on a tour bus, like going to Canada or some shit.
Were you crying already?
No, I didn't cry.
Tell me right now what your body count is. Like,
I didn't cry, but
Do your final tallies?
You immediately went out and fucked all the fans.
Is the final count in?
no, I was alone on the bus. I was like the only one awake. I woke up the only other girl on the bus, and I was like, "Can we go like to the back and not like that?" But I was like, she was my friend, and I'm like, "I'm gonna tell you something that I just found out right now. Can you like tell me how to feel about this? Because you're another girl, you know what I mean?" And she was just like, "Whoa, that's a lot."
She was like, bitch, you woke me up from my nap for this shit?
She's like, holy
My homegirl was
cow.
like, "Dude, am I freaking out? Like, am I weird because I'm a guy and I'm doing the typical
She's
guy
like,
thing?"
that's a lot. I'm still only around 60.
Well, cause she's not low herself, but she's friends with the girl I was with.
yeah.
So I'm like, is this like?
So you already ratted that girl out.
Well, I don't think among
That's
girls
crazy.
that's not even something like a girl will make fun of her. She was just like, that's a lot for like you.
100 of anything is a lot.
100 is a lot.
100,
You know
it's a
what?
large number.
Yeah.
If it was all in one
Well,
room.
here's the double standard though, because if
It's
a
a
girl,
lot.
here's the double standard. If a girl has sex with 100 dudes, you're like, damn, what a slut.
Yeah.
If a dude had sex with 100 girls, you would high five his ass.
Kind of.
Well, I think even worse than that. If a dude announced he had sex with 100 girls, he would still be able to get girls.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing about it. All the girls could know that he slept with 100 girls. It doesn't stop them from seeking him.
You know what happens?
Sometimes it's like, ooh, he might have something.
Well, if you're a loser guy though, and you found out a girl had sex with 100 dudes, you'd be like, well, it's not a big difference between 100 and 101. Like, are you available right now?
You know what I think happens?
Too Rizzy. That's too Rizzy.
99%.
99%,
we
dude.
need more jizz, less riz.
I'm trying to bring the jizz.
Yeah, too much riz, dude. You better chill out.
I think it automatically puts them into the fuck zone. So like your mind goes, oh,
what he said.
she's for the streets.
Yeah.
And then you go, well, for me, I could put myself in that mind state and be like, well, she must fuck really good, so I gotta try it. And then we'll have sex, and then afterwards I'm like, I don't think I can love this person.
Yeah, that's the thing. But then women
Yeah,
can
why not?
always love the high value men that
Yeah.
are on that list. Those guys got body counts we can't even fucking imagine.
And the numbers
You
show
think a
that.
guy with a yacht like that's a virgin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes
but
they are.
there are
Sometimes they are.
the porn stars that end up getting married.
Yeah, true.
There's a cuck out there.
Yeah, there's always going to be a cook out there.
That is true. That was some advice I gave this one girl who was crying to me about that she thought her body count was too out of control to date anybody, and I said, well, that just narrows down that it's probably gonna be a very specific guy.
A chill guy, a super chill guy, like a cool guy.
Yeah.
I don't mind being second.
A very confident guy, probably.
He's like the guy at the strip club in the parking lot crying while his girlfriend's dancing, and then he's picking her up, and then he's like, "Why do you have to do this?" But he's also really broke, so he can't fucking take care of her to
Make
stop.
sure you get home safe.
Yep.
Looks like a serial killer.
I don't like how straight your arms are when you drive. Keep a bend.
Like a Menendez brother.